I'll share that as we go along. We're going to dive into Luke around chapter 8, and we're going to start at about verse 40. And that's when Jesus healed Johnston-Bush. But before we do that, I'll just give a little intro. Paul's letter in Hebrew says, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. Yep. And that's awesome because what Paul is telling us is that Jesus is the same in the office and the same person that he was yesterday and today and tomorrow. And we know that we serve the same God that our ancestors and our forefathers serve. So that means he's still Lord of Lords. That means he's still host of lords. That means he's still ruler of heaven and earth. That means he's still King of kings. He's still master. He's still ruler. He's still healer. Yes, he's doing all of those things today that he did yesterday. And in the verse before that, he says, and he was with your spiritual leaders as he's with you now. So that means we serve the same God that Abraham served. Wow. Isn't that awesome? We serve the same God that Moses served. Wow. So the word Emmanuel means God is with us. And we know that he was with Moses and the children when they were in the desert. The word says he was fire by night and cloud by day. And so he's with us today, however we have him in our heart. It also says that he was with Abraham, and he was Jehovah Jireh then, and he's Jehovah Jireh now. He was a provider then, and he was a provider now. He provided for them, for Abraham, a ram in the bush. Remember that? Yeah. So we serve the same God as our forefathers. And I just thought that was really awesome. So we're going to pray so we can get started. Heavenly Father, we just come to you today, Lord, just asking that you just, Lord, be word for us today, Lord. As you were flesh for us, we ask that you just be the word, Father God. I ask that anything that I may be thinking, Lord, that you may remove that might not be pertinent to this message, Father God. We ask, Lord, that your people hear a message from you, Father God. And Lord, we ask for a blessing for each family represented here, Father, from the top of their heads to the bottom of their feet. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Now we're going to go to Luke chapter 40. I got one more year of Bible college. In chapter 8 and verse 40, right before that, Jesus has just cast out the demons into the pigs out of this man. So there's a crowd following Jesus. Now he's going to meet with Jairus. Jairus is the leader of the synagogue, and Jairus wants him to heal his daughter. Now, this is awesome within itself as we go on, because Jairus, as the leader of the synagogue, the people in the synagogue were against Jesus. But not Jairus, because he knew who Jesus was. So he's like, I got to get to Jesus so I can tell him to come and heal my daughter because she lies dying. And this is what the word says. When Jesus returned to the other side of the lake, the people welcomed him because they had all been waiting for him. Then a man named Jairus arrived. He was an official in the local synagogue. He threw himself down at Jesus' feet and begged him to go to his home because his only daughter, who was 12 years old, was dying. Okay? As Jesus went along, the people were crowding him from every side. Among them, there was a woman who had suffered from severe bleeding for 12 years. She had spent all she had on doctors, but no one had been able to cure her. She came up in the crowd behind Jesus and touched the edge of his cloak, and her bleeding stopped at once. Jesus asked, "Who touched me?" Everyone denied it, and Peter said, "Master, the people are all around you and crowded in on you." So Jesus meets Jairus. He asks him, can you come to my home? Can you come to him? And he's begging at the feet of Jesus. And so as they're walking, there's a crowd. I mean, Jesus is a superstar. This is in the middle of his ministry. So he is healing the blind. He is casting out demons. He's doing his thing, right? So this lady who has an issue of blood, she says, oh, I got to get to Jesus. If I can get to him, I can be healed. So she presses in through the crowd and she touches the edge of his cloak. Now, this is so significant because for so many reasons. One, she spent all her money that she had on doctor after doctor after doctor just to get a non-diagnosis. Have you ever been like that? Maybe have a strong cold? You go to this doctor, they don't know what's wrong. You go to this doctor, they don't know what's wrong with you. But she had been from doctor to doctor. And she finally was broke. She didn't have anything else. So another thing that is significant about this woman had an issue of blood. So in that time, in Jewish custom, a woman with an issue of blood was separated from everybody else. She couldn't be around anybody because they thought that she would defile them. So this defilement was so scarce, whatever they thought that she might touch. So they put them in a camp. And by her breaking the Jewish custom and the Jewish laws at that time means a lot. She's saying, I don't care if I get punished. I don't care what happens to me. I don't really care if I defile other people. I got to get to Jesus. So when she touched Jesus, automatically she knew that she was just going to get healed. And so what happens is Jesus feels her touch him, and he said, who touched me? You know, because he felt the anointing and the power go out. And his disciples are like, you know, Jesus, what are you talking about? Somebody touched you. Everybody's touching you. You're in the crowd. I mean, come on. You know, everybody's touching. He said, no, somebody specifically touched me. I felt it go out. And then the word goes on to say, Jesus stopped him once and said, who touched me? Everyone denied it. And Peter said, Master, the people are all around you and crowding in on you. But Jesus said, someone touched me, for I knew it when power went out of me. Then the woman saw that she had been found out. So she came trembling and threw herself at Jesus' feet. There in front of everybody, she told him why she had touched him and how she had been healed at once. Jesus said to her, my daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace. So what happens is, she knows she's found out. She knows that she's caught. Because she tried to sneak in and just get a healing. You know, sometimes I'm saying this little prayer, I need a little something, and, you know, we're not wanting to spend that time or really confront Jesus how we need to. So she thought she could just sneak in and just get a little portion. But Jesus knew what happened. So he asked the people, what happened? And the woman finally had to confess and say, you know, I touched you, Jesus. I was the one. And this was really brave of her because she told why she touched. She said, I had this issue, Lord. I had this issue of my bleeding, and it wouldn't stop, and I've had it for 12 years. But Lord, you're so amazing. You are the healer, because when I touched you, the issue stopped right away. She felt that healing. And Jesus wasn't angry. He wasn't upset. He just wanted to confirm what's happening because he felt this anointing going out of her body. So he says to her, daughter, your faith has healed you. That faith that she had, knowing that she can get to Jesus and touch him, healed her instantly. And I just think that's just awesome. Amen. Some of the implications about this one, like I said, this defilement issue, and she hadn't been caught before she got to Jesus, she would have been in big trouble. Also, the fact that she spent all her money, she's broke, no hope, she's hopeless. But knowing that if she can get to Jesus, she would be healed. The fact, and how does that translate to us today? It translates to us because sometimes we don't think that we're good enough or we have enough to bring to Jesus. Sometimes we figure, I don't have any money, or I might have this issue. You guys are dealing with recovery now. You might be thinking like, maybe I thought a while ago, you know, I did too many drugs. I can't go to Jesus. You know, I'm a drug addict. I'm a recovering drug addict. Jesus doesn't want to be with me. You know, you might think, I'm a womanizer. I'm not faithful at home. You know, but Jesus doesn't want to deal with me because I have these problems. But that's not true. What happens is the enemy tries to confuse us and taint our minds and tell us that we're not good enough for Jesus, and therefore we don't go to him, and we can't get those issues resolved. But if we just be strong and have that faith, then we can go to Jesus and we can get the healing that we need. Just like this poor woman. We even think, I don't have enough money, I'm poor, I don't want to go to church, I don't have nice things, But that's not true as well. Jesus loves us all the same. Mm-hmm. The second point I want to share with you guys is you got to get to where Jesus is. Amen. And this woman knew that she had to get to God. She had to get to Jesus. So she broke the customs and met him in the streets. And she had to get there. And so we have to do the same thing. We got to get to where God is. And it's not necessarily at church or whatever. You might get to God through praise and worship. You might get to him through the word. But however you do, you got to get to him. It might just be you got to just sometimes fall flat out on your face and just get to him that way. I've had to do that. I've had to lay on the floor and just like, Lord, where are you at? I don't feel you. I don't hear you, Lord. Yeah. I can remember once I was needing a job. Me and my wife had just got married and we moved to Ohio. And I took a ministry assignment. I said, it's going to be okay. I had a job, but when I got there, the job wasn't what I thought it was. And I'm thinking, how am I going to provide for this woman? I got to tell her father that I'm not working or whatever. And it seems like I was applying for job after job and nothing was happening. I was like, oh my God, I'm panicking now. And I can remember I just, fell on the floor, lying on my face, literally. And I was just in a ball of tears. I'm like, Lord, you got to do something. You have got to move. And I believe that sincerity and me crying out to the Lord, when I got up off of my feet, the phone rang as soon as I got up, and there was a job waiting for me, and it was a job that I already applied for, and I really wanted. It was working, doing volunteer type work with some people at a recovery house. And so I was just like, man, isn't that awesome? Isn't that God? And so I had to press in to where God is. And sometimes you got to push past yourself. You got to push past all the things in your mind that are blocking you, and you got to get to where Jesus is. See, that's what happened with this lady. She knew that if she pushed in, she had to, because if this crowd is around, and she's a woman at that time, could you imagine her having to maneuver around all of these people? And, they're surrounding Jesus, the disciples are, plus the other people in the town. She had to push her way in and get to where he was. And all she had to do was touch the hem of his garment.
Oh, amen.
And that changed her life. That healed her. The next thing is having the faith that God will do, God can do whatever it is we need him to do. And that's the real key. See, the woman with the issue of blood, she had the faith that she could be healed. She already knew, if I have this faith and I get to Jesus, I can be healed. And so Jesus told her, your faith, he confirmed it for her, said, your faith has healed you, woman. Your faith is what healed you. So Ephesians 3:20 says, God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. So God is able to do all of those things, but it's according to what works in us. How much do we have in us? See, faith without works is dead. So it's how much faith we have in us. And God knows that, we got fickle hearts and our brains are real tiny. So he even tells us, he said, some of us tinier than others. But he tells us, if you just have the faith of a mustard seed, you can say to that mountain, be yet removed. And so, knowing that we may not be able to take it all in, or we may not have big faith, but we got the faith of, and a mustard seed is that tiny. All you got to have is little faith. And then he'll work with you, he'll meet you there. But he says, just have that little faith in me that I can do this, and he'll do it for you. But do we believe that he can do it for us? Do we believe? Does that power work in us? That's all that's required is a mustard seed of faith. Now, I'm going to share with you guys how I know that God is still today the same as he is today, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And about our mustard seed of faith. My wife and I travel the country full time. We've been blessed to have that type of a ministry, and we've been everywhere from down the bottom of Texas, where I'm from, to New York City, where she's from, and a lot of places in between. And we love to travel and meet people and just share our testimony and fellowship, and we learn a lot while we're on the road. So during February is our busiest time for our ministry. And this year we were so blessed. There was 29 days in February, and we had, I think, 26 or 27 days. And some of them were 2 at a time. And so we were really going. But my wife had started to get a little sick. And I was just like, okay, you gonna be all right? And she was like, yeah, I'm gonna make it. She was really a trooper, just trooping on, because that's how we make our living. While I'm at home, while we're home, I work 2 or 3 jobs, and then while we're on the road, that's her part of our family and our ministry. So I'm like, okay, I was like, you just, let me know what's going on. And it had got really bad. And we try to pack so much in, thinking with our little minds that we need to do more dates and more, because she also does lectures at a library at university. So we're like, maybe we need to do more so it'll help the family more. And so I'm with her, and we're pushing, and she began to get sick. And we were going so hard one day, if you guys know your Florida geography a little bit, we were at the bottom of Florida, like Boca Raton, Fort Lauderdale, and we had to go from there all the way around the Gulf Panhandle, all the way to Lake Charles, Louisiana, and we had to be there in overnight. So we drove overnight like 12, 14 hours, and that wiped us out. My family is right across the bridge in Lake Charles to Port Arthur, by the 30 minutes. We couldn't even go see them. That's how tired we was. I mean, she was so tired that I get her to where she needed to be, she'd minister and do what she had to do, and come back, and we just sleep for the rest of the day. And we do that the whole week we were there. So after that, we still had to go to Ohio, we still had to go to Tennessee, we still had to go to the Carolinas, and we were white. So when March came, including we had to move in March, when March came, we were just like, oh my gosh. And my wife is so strong that she trooped through all of that, and at the end, she was just like, I'm done. I'm pooped. I'm white. I'm tired. I'm not feeling good. And her body had begun to swell. And so we had to take her to the hospital. Now, a little bit of knowledge is a bad thing. And I used to work in a hospital. And so I'm seeing what's going on. And I know it's not good. And we get to the ER, and they say, yeah, you're a little sick. We're going to call you back here. And they go through their test or whatever, and we got a young, I guess he was an intern or whatever, and he was so excited. He found his first diagnosis, and I went to the bathroom, and he just pops in, hey, how's it going? Want to let you know your liver's dead. Oh. And so my wife's like, what's going on? So I walk in, and he says, yeah, your wife's liver's dead, and we found it though, good day. And my wife's like, my liver can't be dead because I'd be dead. I'm like, yeah, you need your liver. That's a major bodily organ. What's going on? And he's smiling because he's so excited, like a kid getting an A on and I'm like, dude, this is our life you're talking about, right? What's going on? And so he says, well, you can live without your liver. I said, well, I don't think you can. And he says, well, you may have beginning stages of cirrhosis, or we're going to do some tests. We're going to let a specialist come, and we're going to admit you. So they had admit her, but not really, because at the time we don't have health care, because we're changing states. And so when you don't have health care, they don't treat you very nice at the doctors. Let me let you know. You have to go to the county health care, and we've had to do it for a couple of years, and they have not been nice at all. So my wife had already been diagnosed previously with diabetes and high blood pressure. Now they're telling her her liver is failing. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? And I have to call her parents and tell her parents that she may have cirrhosis. And so I call her mother, and her mother's like, don't tell me that. You know, and I have to call her father, and her father's, he's one of these detail-oriented guys. He's like, you tell me, doctors, I want to know what's going on, and I want to, I want to run down, and I need a printout, and I'm like, yes, sir, Pops, I'm on it, because I'm concerned as well, but I'm scared for my wife, but I'm also scared of my father-in-law. So I'm writing down this list of questions of what I need to ask him, and the doctors are being real nonchalant. They're treating us like, basically like, you guys don't have insurance, you're at the wrong place, we can help you, I don't know what to tell you, like, basically like, go home and die almost. Mm. And they said that in a few words, because when the specialist did come to see her, because he had to see her, he said, yeah, you have, I'm confirming you do have cirrhosis of the liver, but and you need to see a specialist, but you can't see me because, you don't have health insurance, just like that. And so now I'm angry. Now I'm angry because I feel like, we have worked so hard, paid our taxes, paid whatever we can, because we can't afford health care this year. You guys are going to treat us like this, and also I'm a little upset with the Lord. I have to admit. I was like, Lord, this woman that you gave me to marry, I know she doesn't drink. How she gets cirrhosis of the liver? This woman doesn't curse. She is the sweetest woman I know. I'm so glad you gave her to me, Lord. But Lord, how many more problems are you going to put on her? I was like, she can't deal with it anymore. So her mother gets to the hospital. And of course, her mother's not going to leave her baby. And the hospital is one of those places where there was only one seat, so I couldn't stay there. So I had never left my wife in that type of a situation. So it was really tough for me to leave her in the hospital by herself, even though her mother's there, because at least if something's going on, at least I can comfort. I believe that God gives you a wife that you can cover. I believe that he makes you strong enough to cover your helpmate. And so I'm like, God, I can't even be there with her. She's already going through these things. You can't even give us 2 chairs, God, so I can at least hold her hand while she's scared. And when I got home that night, the devil began to whisper things in my ear. He was like, oh, your wife's sick. You call yourself going to minister school, you're going to be a preacher. Well, what you going to do now? Is your prayers that strong? Is your prayer? And I mean, just all kind of stuff. Well, what if she doesn't make it? Or what if this, or what if that, You're not even a man because your wife is making most of the income through her ministry, through her singing. Now how you going to pay the bills? I mean, he was ugly, and he was everywhere, and it was loud in my ear. But I knew at that time, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to let you win this. I was like, it's going to be tough, but we're going to power through this. Just like that word in Ephesians said, God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ask. Yeah. Just like God was a healer yesterday, he can be a healer today. You're going to have to back up off of me, God. You're going to have to get up. I'll say it like we say in the neighborhood, you're going to have to get up off of me, dude. I mean, it was just tough for me. So I began to power through that. I began to pray, and I began to ask God to heal her. And what happens is, she had some water on her, some fluid that she couldn't pass because her liver wasn't operating well. We had noticed that her abdomen began to swell. Well, this is when the miracle starts showing up. This is how I know that God is still a healer. This is how I know that the story of the woman with the issue of blood is still relevant today. She went to have the procedure to get the fluid removed off of her, and when she got in there, they couldn't find the fluid. And then, they're like, I know she's scared because they're going to have to stick her. And like I said, a little bit of knowledge is a dangerous thing. I was like, oh my gosh, they got to stick this big needle in there. I said, she's going to freak out because she didn't want to prick her finger to take her blood sugar. And that needle's that big, and they want to stick a needle in there. I was like, oh my. And I know I can't be in there in winter. I was like, oh my gosh. So she gets back, and she's excited. I get back from the house checking on the dogs, and she's like, I don't need that procedure. Jesus healed me. She said it, and these people are looking around like, what? She said, Jesus healed me. I don't need that procedure. And we had one or two nurses, one or two of them were believers, and they were praying. So the prayers of the righteous avail much. So we were like, that's awesome, you know. So they're like, well, you guys can go home, you know. And so during this time, we found out that we could get health care because we were new residents of Florida, and we didn't know this at the time. So we're like, okay, well, we'll get health care. So we paid for the insurance and got health care. But it was some weeks before the health care actually kicked in. You don't pay for it to get it that day. You get it like a month or so later. So this happened in March. In May, we got to go to the doctor. So we're really nervous because her prescriptions had ran out, and now that we have health care, we can't go back to the free clinic to get a refill, and they changed her prescriptions in the ER. So we're going through all of this red tape, and I'm just like, what's going to happen? So we call the ER doctor and say, oh, I don't know what you're going to do, you know. Basically, we don't care, we don't do refills. I mean, and everybody, you know, I understand they got to be that way, but when you're in that situation, it doesn't feel good at all.
That's right.
You know, all you can do is rely on the Lord. So she's like, if I don't get my health, my diabetes medicine, my numbers are going to be out crazy. You know, what if I get too high and I stroke out? You know, if I don't get my high blood pressure medicine, you know, because she was already feeling bad. She's like, and sometimes, like I said, a little bit of knowledge. So we're on the computer, we're looking up, so she's like, oh my God, I might have, heart failure. She's like, I was like, oh my God. Sometimes I want to say, just shut the computer down. Stop looking, stop studying. Because she's a doctor, she has a PhD in research, so I can wake up in the middle of the night, did you know such and such and such? I'm like, oh my God. You know, I'm like, you gotta let that part go. And so, my mother-in-law, God love her, we spent a lot of time together, me and my mother-in-law. She might have, out of the past 3 months, she might have been with us 2 months and a half. And so she stayed 3 or 4 weeks and she'd go home. And she stayed 3 or 4 weeks and she'd go home. And I could tell sometime about that 4th or 5th week, she's kind of ready to go because I might be getting on her nerves just a little bit. But I love my mother-in-law. She is the sweetest. But she is such a believer and she is such a prayer warrior that she says God is going to do a miracle through us. We're going to be healed. And so she believes in vitamins and natural. So she's got my wife on this regimen, me too, and I'm like, I don't want a green smoothie. She's like, no, you got to support your wife. So I mean kale and lettuce and sassafras and milk thistle. And, you know, the guy at the vitamin store knows us by name. Everything's organic, you know, and so, but Mom put us on that, and she would anoint her and pray over her every day, every night, you know. And so I'm praying over her, my mother-in-law is praying over her, and we got to the doctor finally. We do this research, we finally get to the doctor, and we go into the doctor, and the doctor is awesome. God bless her soul. Allison Chan is our doctor. And we walked here, and she says, well, I'm glad you guys got here, you know, this is what's going on. I got your charts of your paperwork. And I'm already bawling before anything happens. I'm like, I'm just so happy that somebody treating us decent, you know, nice. And so she says, well, your liver enzymes are slightly elevated, so I am going to have to see a specialist. She said, but I don't see a problem with this other stuff. And we're like, what are you talking about? So she says, yeah, your A1C is 5, it used to be 8, and it's supposed to go from 1 to 10. So she said, yeah, that's fine. They said, you don't need any diabetes medicine. And I was like, oh my God, praise the Lord. You know, he said, oh, your pressure is 130/7, so your pressure is fine. I'm not going to send you home on any blood pressure. And then the tears really started. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. So I know that during that time of prayer and during that time of meditation and during that time of just meeting God what he was, he healed her of all of these things. You know, so we go out, I look at my eyes are this big. I was like, you don't have any medication to take. You don't have to take this medication. And now she was starting to feel better. So now they're exercising her, my mother-in-law doing Zumba there and there. So I'm speaking in Spanish, I'm like, what are y'all doing? And like, we're exercising. So even restored her energy as well as her her energy, her health, as well as you know, her faith, you know, because it's hard to have big faith when you're down in the valley. Yes. So I shared that story with you about the woman with the issue of blood, because just like yesterday, just like today, Jesus is still healing. Oh. And it goes so deep that where when we get, so now we try to see the specialist. Now we have to see the specialist. And I'm like, okay, you know, God, you've done a mighty work, you know, and I don't know what else you're going to do or how else you're going to do it, but whatever you decide to do, Lord, we're going to walk this out in faith, you know. So we get ready, but before that, I got to back up a little bit. I don't know if you guys know, but we have a special relationship with our animals. And my wife has a Chihuahua that she's had before we got married, and Chihuahua runs the house and runs the family. I had to have an interview with the Chihuahua before she had to check me out. Her name is Bianca, and she sleeps in the bed, and she makes sure that I don't touch my wife at night. She spreads it. So I have to have permission from Bianca to spend special time with Naima. And if I'm kissing Naima, she comes and gives me a kiss. Don't kiss her, kiss me. And I can't complain, because this one, my wife had this dog 5 years, 6 years before we even got married. And her and the dog would travel all over the country. So Naima and Bianca are like this, and so John had to wait his way. Anyway, Bianca gets sick. And she's really sick, and we bring her to the ER, and I had worked a double shift, and unfortunately, I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been, and so Bianca and Naima were a little upset with me that I wasn't as attentive. But God is good. We went to the ER, and they said, well, Bianca's very sick. She's going to have surgery first thing in the morning. And when my wife already being sick, and you know, not knowing where her doctor, this was just, I was like, oh my God, Lord. Well, I was like, devil, you know, I almost felt like she was being Job at that time, because so many things were attacking her. And I was like, I know she can't lose this dog, Lord. You know, if this dog passes away, she might just give it up, God. You know, so we have to go to the vet the next morning, and they say, well, she's going to have surgery, and the surgery's going to cost $700, you know. How would you like to pay that? So my wife's like, we don't have $700, but they say, well, what could you scrape up? Because we got to get her in here like now. They're like, you know, ready. She's like, I got a couple $100, that's all I got. Can I have time to scrape up some more money? They're like, well, we'll take her in, you know. So I have to go to work. So they called, my wife calls me and said, they took her back to surgery, but they won't let me come back because she's hard. I have to leave work. And so I go and I grab her and I take her home. And they call a couple hours later, Bianca made it through surgery with flying colors. Hallelujah. God is a healer. And the vet that we go to is a Christian vet. And they took our $200 for the $700 surgery and told us, don't worry about the rest. Oh. You know, so God was even working in that. And to kind of end, where we'll end is, she finally got, we left to come to Wisconsin on Thursday. She finally got to get to the specialist on Wednesday. And we walk in the specialist, and we have this great nurse, and she's drawing these diagrams showing us exactly how the liver functions, what's going on with the liver, and what condition her liver is in. They said, well, you know what? Naima, you got what's called compensated liver disease, meaning your liver is doing okay right now. It's functioning fine. You know, we can see where you were sick according to your charts and even according to your fingernails and toenails, but we can see now where these changes that you have made, you know, because faith without works is dead. These changes that you have made are making you better for right now. So right now, we're not going to do anything to you. We're just going to watch and wait. Saul was like, look at God. Look at God. Just like he healed the woman with the issue of blood, I'm believing that he's going to heal our family too. And I know that he can still do it because he is the same as he was yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And before we leave, the doctor was like, well, a liver can last from 2 years to 8 years, you know. And, I really like you guys. We thank you for coming. Because like I said, my wife's a researcher. So she searched out, now that we got healthcare, she searched the best doctor that she could find. You know, and she's the leading researcher. You know, of course, since she is a researcher, and she's like, do you guys want to be on the transfer list? And we're like, no, the liver's working fine. You said, we're going to keep what God gave us right now. And she says, well, I hope this is the beginning of a long relationship. So we get in the parking lot, I'm looking at my wife, and we're looking like, I hope it is not a love relationship. I hope that when we come back in February, that she says we can't find anything, and you're healed, you know, whatever the cause is, because they're searching for the cause of why she was in that condition now. That they find the cause and we're able to resolve that, because I know Jesus can heal her. I know that it only takes one touch for him. And I shared that with you guys, along with the story about how Jesus was in the prime of his ministry, because he's still healing us today. No matter what the ailments are, whether it be cirrhosis of the liver or addiction to drugs, whether it be a sexual addiction, whether it be domestic violence, whatever it is, Jesus can heal us from it. I just want to, Pastor, if it's okay with you, I want to invite myself to pray with you guys, and maybe have my wife sing another one of her songs. And then if anybody, you don't have to tell me about it, but if there's anything that we could pray for you guys for, because we have seen these miracles in our lives, and we just want to help reassure you guys that you can go to Christ for anything. You know, anything that's going on with you, whether it's an ailment of your body, whether it's an ailment of your heart, whether it's an ailment in your mind, he's healing still today. So people, me and the pastor's wife were talking about how we both grew up Catholic, and in the Catholic Church, they don't believe that the gifts are for today. And that's one of the reasons why I left. I was like, you can't tell me that God ain't healing us today. You can't tell me that God is not speaking to us today. I'm a witness. I've seen it. I watched my wife prick her fingers, and I even heard people tell her, you'll never be off of these diabetes medicine. You will never get off this high. And she said, you know what? I am going to beat this. I am going to get off it. And she didn't do it by herself. The Lord healed her. But she did have to make those changes that the Lord ordained for us. And so I just want to invite her maybe to sing another song or one of the spirituals, and we just want to pray for you guys and pray over you. And if you got any special requests, like I said, you don't have to make it personal, but we'll just pray and believe